Being bored is viewed as an enemy in the fast-changing, hyper-connected world today. We are in the constant act of seeking ways to fill in time by endlessly scrolling through social media feeds, watching videos, or even playing games. It seems that anything is better than being stuck alone with our thoughts. But what if boredom isn't something to be avoided? What if it indeed represents a powerful tool for personal growth and creativity? So, this video goes on to explain the power of being bored, that often underestimated, can lead to a life that is simpler and more purposeful. Let's dive in. We live in a time where boredom has become a problem that needs to be cured instantaneously. The minute we start feeling remotely bored, we grab our phone, laptop, or any device that could possibly take the place of the silence in our own heads. And fortunately, it can't even make us escape. Recent studies have shown that attempts to escape boredom through distractions, such as watching videos or scrolling through social media, can paradoxically increase feeling bored. This suggests superficial distractions do not effectively address the underlying discomfort associated with boredom, potentially leading to a cycle of seeking more stimulation without achieving satisfaction. In one study, 67% of men and 25% of women preferred giving themselves an electric shock rather than sitting alone with their thoughts for only 15 minutes. Aversion to boredom has come to this level. We are terrified to be alone with our own thoughts. Our ancestors, who lived in simpler times, were also bored people. Then again, they did not have the continual distractions that individuals nowadays must contend with. With far fewer external stimuli, they were more apt to think on their own lives, plan what steps they would take next, or to think creatively. Having no rich reservoir of instant diversions available to them, the concept of being bored was an alien one to most individuals. Far from a lack of things to do, boredom involves dissatisfaction with things that are available. It can feel unpleasant, a bit disturbing, maybe, but not necessarily bad. In fact, boredom might be a signal that something in our current environment or routine just isn't working for us. It nudges us to change, consider what is it that we really want, and realign our actions to achieve that goal. And this type of pain usually results in an occurrence of mind wandering that has been shown by researchers to be essential for creativity. This mental drift can lead to innovative solutions or inspire fresh perspectives that wouldn't arise in a more structured or focused state. Boredom, in this sense, becomes a powerful catalyst for self-reflection and creative problem-solving. Instead of being something to avoid, it can be embraced as an opportunity to explore potential or reevaluate priorities. History is written with cases where boredom discovered groundbreaking ideas. Isaac Newton's understanding of gravity is said to have happened while he was sitting under an apple tree, lost in thought on one bored day. Similarly, James Watt was bored in his kitchen when he heard the sound emanating from a boiling kettle, which led to the invention of the steam engine. Even Steve Jobs, one of the innovators of our time, associated dull periods with a great part of his creative process. For example, when he thought up the iPod concept on a long and boring plane ride. These are the examples clearly show how boredom helps our mind to drift and think of new ideas. When we are persistently tied up with things that distract us, we prevent ourselves from thinking deep and wide. It is at that time, when our minds get bored, that we let the ideas collide and be generated into our minds in a way we wouldn't have figured out otherwise. Boredom also serves as a necessary condition for self-reflection and autobiographical planning about the course of life and how to navigate toward an end that's satisfied with. By never letting our minds wander or engage in any other form of attention at the moment, there is no way we can plan and consider what might be important. In fact, When people are made to do boring tasks, they are more inclined to think about their future plans and goals. We allow the mind to wander into such states of reflection. We set our priorities and make major, important life decisions, as well as having our long-term goals during these quiet times. One drifts through life constantly engaged, yet without such moments of reflection and attunement with what really matters. Yet another important benefit to be derived from the acceptance of boredom is that it helps us simplify. In a world where we are always offered choice, what to watch, where to go, or what to buy, boredom assists us in pulling away from the unnecessary and fixating on the important. It is in concept of Stoicism, like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius stand to show us. Happiness does not come from outer achievements or what one has materially. It comes from living by one's values and focusing on things that are within one's control. Boredom in that case can then be a tool to identify and weed out all possible distractions that do not bring value to our lives. As the great French philosopher René Descartes observed long ago, sometimes we have to empty the basket of our lives so that we can look very carefully at each part before returning only what is important. This process of reflection is often triggered by being bored. When we have nothing to distract us, we are forced to confront those apples in our lives, activities, commitments, and possessions that may be weighing us down. The other take on boredom and simplicity could be from Wu Wei philosophy, the act of non-doing. It is a process of effortless action. Being in activities with full absorption, completely concentrated, and focused without really trying too hard or over-analyzing. This applies to time. Wu Wei believes we will be spontaneously drawn to the things of deepest value instead of filling our schedules with all kinds of activities. What this really means, if it doesn't feel like a definite yes, it probably should be a no. With this kind of mindset, we can be sure not to have overcommitted ourselves to activities that are not worth the while in the first place. Instead, we should put our energy where it matters. In that way, we get to lead a balanced and meaningful life. Stillness and simplicity are still underrated in a world that glorifies busyness and the doing of things all the time. As much as philosophers like Thoreau and Lao Tzu have commented, it is in moments of life that are most quiet and simple that meaning is derived. It is during the slowing down, allowing oneself to be bored, that clarity and focus show up. Thoreau had said a long time ago, simplify, simplify, simplify. Living in our quest for a great life of accomplishment and social splendor, we normally forget to take pleasure in the simple things that give real happiness, like time with loved ones, in nature, or producing something for your own. Redefining boredom through simplicity in existence allows us to reorient our lives back to what is really important and meaningful to us. In summary, boredom, once seen as something to be avoided, is actually a powerful tool for personal growth. It drives us into a reflection about our lives, initiates creative impulses, and control what really streamline our agendas. And, most importantly, focus on what truly matters. You can be the one who free themselves from this constant cycle of distractions and reconnect with one's inner self. The next time you reach for your phone because you're bored, stop, sit with that discomfort. Let your mind wander into reflection on your life and what really matters. In doing this, you might well find that boredom is something not to be afraid of, but to be embraced as one of the keys to creativity, clarity, and a life with meaning. So, that's all we can say about boredom. Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope you learned something from our discussion. If there's a specific topic you'd like us to cover in our next video, or point that maybe you disagree with us, please feel free to leave a comment below. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.